social is it's one of those things that I kind of feel like you always have to be up on it. You always have to see what's coming. I noticed that like a couple things that I saw that you guys offered that I was kind of blown away by. Like I was like, wow, that's really freaking smart. I saw your thing where you're posting like, hey, we'll get you an animated GIF or an animated GIF on GIF on Jiffy. Dude, I thought that was great. And then you're pushing TikTok before anybody else is. So knowing how fast social changes, what are some changes that you anticipate coming kind of in the future?
Yeah, so I definitely am. I think I'm really good at being in the now. And I think I'm really good at being in the now by just being like a little toe in the water always of the future, but I'm definitely not a predictor of the future. I'm not like, thinking about the Jetsons type stuff 2 years out or 6 months out even. It's more like, I have an 11-year-old daughter who's on TikTok like nonstop. So, as soon as she got on it, first of all, just as a dad, like, let me learn it, let me understand it, let me know what the tricks and, how to be safe on it. Yeah. But then just consuming content. And I think a big thing for me, I'm 42 years old. I'm super, super focused on not becoming a dinosaur. And I think a lot of people, certainly like my parents, when digital happened, like when I graduated from college, they were like, oh, it's crazy. They like sounded like old farts. And the truth is, they put their head in the sand. And so you have a lot of people like in their 60s and 50s that like never really learned it. They're like, that's for the kids. Yeah. So I'm really focused on personally not letting that happen, which I think benefits my clients professionally because I'm always in the know on the new platforms as well as just where things are going. But to answer your question specifically, I think anywhere that you can get in early and find a creative way to be there before marketers ruin it is smart. So TikTok is still a stretch, but I think Fila, Champion, these guys have done a great job just putting clothes on creators for product placement. And so we work with one soccer freestyle, like he does like soccer tricks. He's amazing. And DJ worked with one of my clients on Instagram, and he was smart. He got early on TikTok. So we're like, hey, I know you did this partnership on the influencer side on Instagram, but what if you just rock that gear on TikTok? Yeah. And the good news is he loves it. And he didn't charge more for it. So I'm able to get in early because no one's paying him on TikTok yet. And so he was able to have that brand and put the name of the brand Snapback, which will help him go out and find new brands to work with. So I really like that play. And I'm a big believer in voice, right? Like we're talking on a podcast right now. I've been interviewed on a bunch. You're 2 seasons into podcasting, probably something that wasn't even on your radar a couple years ago.
Not at all, man. Yep.
Right. I listen to podcasts constantly. I got into the bug bit me, I guess, on audiobooks this year. So, last year I think I finished 6 books. This year I've already finished like 9. The idea of voice, less friction, things on the move. I'm a big fan of those, and getting in early on platforms where you can hack before things get ruined, like LinkedIn right now. It's starting to get spammy, right? We talked about that today on a So, before it really gets really dirty and you just don't want to be there anymore, I'm a big believer in being there early.